Hello and welcome everyone. So I'm going to do a brief video here on the 8 reasons to drink warm water. And a lot of you may not have heard of this or may not understand or really think that this is something that you shouldn't care about. And I can tell you from first-hand experience, if you go back to my videos back in July of this year when I'm beginning to launch information on my channel about teas, and this is with warm water. Now I'm to the level where I'm always boiling the water for about 5 minutes and then pouring that into my steeper, depending on which tea I'm using, doing the first rinse and then drinking it. And I'm doing this about 6 or 7 times a day, and I like the heat of the particular teas and the sensation and the feeling that you get from drinking this. So there is a reason behind this, and I'm not drinking it where it's so hot I'm burning my mouth. I'll let it cool down for maybe about 2 minutes, but it really does help with many of these things that I'm going to show you here in this article, just so everyone can see out there that this is nothing that I just made up. This is something that's been done for thousands of years from Chinese medicine. And if you are going on a raw diet and you've done a number of cold foods, it's very important to balance that out with these warming liquids. And I can tell you firsthand, when I was on a raw diet for 8 months and I stuck to it 100%, so I can tell you what my experience was during that and after. And I can tell you the number one thing that I noticed is if you're getting what's called those eye boogers, and not to be gross, but if you're getting those, that is a sign of damp heat in the body. And as I progressed longer with that diet, especially when I went to all fruit, I noticed that those would occur many times per day, where they rarely do now. And that has to do with my body being at a different temperature, which I'm going to show you here in this article, and my body being off. And that took years to happen, folks. That just didn't happen in the 8 months, but that did kind of make things a little bit worse as time went on. And now that I'm back to the steamed vegetables and doing a lot of these really hot teas, I've noticed a massive difference in a short period of time. So I just want to let everyone know that. So if you are on a raw diet and you're feeling that, hey, I've been doing this 6 months and I'm getting some of these symptoms, then it's time for you to come off. It's really a very limited diet, and you cannot be on it long term. And there are some people that have tried doing it long term, but they're usually eating a lot of room temperature foods. But again, anything in excess, which is just one particular foods group, such as just fruit, is going to cause problems. And the Chinese are very adamant about that, and it's true. You're going to get sore gums. You're going to get issues over time, actually in a short time, if you continue with all fruit. If you're doing it for 3-6 months tops, especially just all fruit, you should be fine. Really, in reality, if you're going off fruit, I really was only on all fruit for a couple months, so you don't need to be on it that long. The teas will help your circulation and detoxify the body, and there's going to be other ones I'm going to be doing videos on that I've actually been trying, and they work phenomenal, different herbs. So at this point, the number one reason here is you want to protect your internal organs, as I just mentioned. That promotes the smooth flow of blood circulation. And I'm going to leave a link to this article so everyone can have that information right in front of them and be able to review this, because it is very important. So everyone's heard about brain freeze, so ice cold drinks really will cause a lot of damage over time, and I was a big advocate of that, not knowing for years and years, always ice and everything. And obviously that's not something you want, because you're going to get loose stools, you're going to get weight gain, chronic fatigue, depression, and you're going to get pain. And loose stools is something that, if you have a line down the center of your tongue and you have a spleen or stomach issue, the tea, especially the digestive one I've shown in my other videos, will really help with that. It's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. It's a tea that's a probiotic, best I've ever seen. And if you watch my other videos and you've been watching for a while, you know I've done a number of probiotics, and these are all from foods though, and the best one is the tea. So if you have a spleen problem and you go on a raw diet, it's not going to help it unless you throw in these teas. You're just going to make your problem worse. So you definitely want to understand that heat really relieves many types of symptoms, and drinking room temperature water, ice water, does not properly cool the body when feeling hot. And I've noticed this in the summertime. Definitely even drinking boiled water has really helped me. Saves the body wasted energy, and these are all the benefits that you're going to get from drinking these types of warm liquids. Controls appetite while simultaneously protecting organ functions and increasing energy level. Helps keep organs hydrated and functioning optimally. After exercise, helps properly balance the body's external and internal body temperature. Very important. And then for children with stomach aches or constipation, drinking plenty of warm water is the easiest and healthiest solution. So there you have it, folks. Warm water is what you need. You want to avoid anything that is a coffee or anything that's a stimulant. In my opinion, they just don't help. Teas detoxify the body and will keep that circulation going, especially just hot water by itself. Thank you.